So you're brand new to PSO2, and you're probably wondering, which of these classes is best for a complete beginner, like a total neophyte? Truth is, I can't answer that without, some degree of bias. But if I had to pick three that stood out the most, I'd have to go with Hunter, Braver, and Bouncer. So you're probably wondering why these three specifically. Out of all the classes, I just think that these three are perhaps the most lenient for newer players who are getting their feet wet learning the game. But even still, I'd urge you to try everything and figure out what you like. This isn't meant to be an in-depth analysis, just enough to get your feet wet. First up is Hunter, which is not only capable of both dishing out and taking damage like a champ, but it's also a bread and butter subclass for a lot of other classes. This game doesn't adhere to, the hard and fast holy trinity of MMOs. The tank, healer, DPS, literally everyone is DPS. And the best defense in this game, well, I'm gonna defer to Piccolo on this.
So, Mr. Piccolo, what are you gonna teach me today? A brand new technique? How to sense energy? What about how to fly?
Dodge!
But if you're like Gohan, and you find yourself getting your ass kicked, it won't be kicked as hard thanks to Hunter's mitigation tools. One of the most interesting is Iron Will, which has a chance to let you survive a hit that would have otherwise had you on the floor with 1 HP, and renders you invincible for a little bit, giving you some time to pull back and recover. You also have Massive Hunter, or Hunter Physique, which reduces the amount of damage you take and renders you impervious to flinching and knockback for a set time. As far as dealing damage is concerned, we have Fury Stance and Perfect Attack Bonus. Fury Stance provides a buff for both melee and range damage, and can be expanded an additional 10%. Perfect Attack Bonus is pretty much as the name suggests. So those skills alone are pretty much what make Hunter the go-to subclass for anything that's a non-caster. Next up, we have the Braver, the sci-fi samurai as I like to call it. Like their feudal Japanese counterparts in the real world, Bravers can either slice and dice their foes up close with their katana, or hang back and play it safe with a bow. For a pretty low skill point investment, you gain access to katana combat. Pop that bad boy, and a blue ring will appear around you. During that time, you can zip yourself over to nearby enemies with normal attacks, and if you have a point in combat escape, which you absolutely should, guess what? You're invincible that whole time. Once that blue ring turns red, it's about to wear off, so just before it wears off, you hit that button again, boom! Big damage. Braver also has a skill by default called Braver Mag, which converts any dexterity you have put into your mag into striking and ranged attack. And finally, we come to Bouncer. This is a pretty interesting one. It's also a hybrid like Braver, but instead of ranged attacks, it uses techniques. Bouncer is something of an interesting fighter-mage hybrid. While it doesn't have as many photon arts as other classes, it pads that arsenal with techniques. Bouncers use dual blades, or rather soaring blades, for high single-target DPS, and jet boots for AoE DPS. These work a hell of a lot better than those stupid moon shoes, and they won't break if you're over 100 pounds. Very agile and, well, bouncy. Like Braver, it has a mag skill that converts all dexterity into melee and tech power. Honorable mentions go to Ranger for being able to shoot things from a comfy distance and weak bullet, and Force for the chain lightning spamming Gizonde. Hunter is just a comfy ride all around and is way more forgiving than, say, Gunner or Fighter, and as a subclass provides so much benefit to other classes. But like I said at the beginning, try everything and see what you like. The training quests are an awesome resource to let you get your feet wet on each class, show you how the weapons work, how the focus meters work. However, it would behoove you to eventually get them all to 75, and you don't even have to do it on a single character. Each class you get to level 75 grants you a title, which grants you certain stat bonuses, and they carry over to all your characters account-wide. So, I don't know, say you absolutely can't stomach playing Tekker. You get that sucker to 75, get your title, boom, never have to touch it ever again. Anyway, that's gonna wrap it up for now. If you found the video helpful, be sure to smash that like button so the YouTube algorithm doesn't hate my guts any more than it already does. I stream on Twitch 3 nights a week and occasionally on weekends. Link's gonna be in the description and on screen. Pop on by and say hi sometime. I don't always stream PSO2, but if you come by and I'm playing something else and you still want to talk PSO2, that's okay. Thanks for watching. Take care.